I have been wondering so, wondering about what do I know about this life and where do I go after I die? How can it be so that some people say that it all ends when into my grave I descend? But how can my aim of heaven be flowed when my only wish is to be with my Lord?
إن الحمد لله تعالى نحمده ونستعين به ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who gathered us in this time to gather us together in Jannah with our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. In our program Hear and Obey, we are discussing together some of the important commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we are supposed to obey and hear it with open heart and open mind. In our program, my dear brothers and sisters, this program Hear and Obey, we continue to take a new command from Allah Azza wa Jal and a new order. And that order requires a follow-up from our side, requires adhering, requires hastening to Allah's command. All what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say to us, there is something important, and our life is connected to that. And they are a test from Allah. Allah is testing us. Allah said, الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. Allah said, the one who created this and life to test you, to see who is among you better in what they do. Allah said, وَنَبْلُوكُمْ بِالشَّرِّ وَالْخَيْرِ فِتْنَةً. Allah said, we will test you with good and bad. Things where they are good, Allah is testing us with them. And things that upset us, Allah also is testing us with that. Allah is commanding us many commands in the Holy Quran. And in those commands, we are in need to fulfill them, to obey Allah in them. We have a new command. And this command came in the longest ayah in the Holy Quran. The longest ayah in the Holy Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah. In the end of Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing the believers. And this ayah called Ayatul Dayn. Ayah that talks about debts. That talks about when you owe somebody some money or so on and so forth. This ayah is a planning and organizing the way you should pay back, and writing it and take witness people to witness on this transaction that happened between you and between any person. We will listen to the ayah first, and then we will go through the ayah step by step, insha'Allah. We ask Allah to make it easy for us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قال الله عز وجل أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا تداينتم بدين إلى أجل مسمى فاكتبوه وليكتب بينكم كاتب بالعدل ولا يأب كاتب أن يكتب كما علمه الله فليكتب وليملل الذي عليه الحق وليتق الله ربه ولا يبخس منه شيئا فإن كان الذي عليه الحق سفيها أو ضعيفا أو لا يستطيع أو لا يستطيع أن يمل هو فليملل وليه بالعدل واستشهدوا شهيدين من رجالكم فإن لم يكونا رجلين فرجل وامرأتان ممن ترضون من الشهداء أن تضل إحداهما فتذكر إحداهما الأخرى ولا يأبى الشهداء إذا ما دعوا ولا تسأموا أن تكتبوه صغيرا أو كبيرا إلى أجله ذلكم أقسط عند الله وأقوم للشهادة وأدنى ألا ترتابوا إلا أن تكون تجارة حاضرة تديرونها بينكم فليس عليكم جناح ألا تكتبوها وأشهدوا إذا تبايعتم ولا يضار كاتب ولا شهيد وإن تفعلوا فإنه فسوق بكم واتقوا الله ويعلمكم الله والله بكل شيء عليم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in this great verse, the verse of Ad-Dain, Allah Azza wa Jal subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us a very important order and command. Allah Azza wa Jal subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to the believers and is saying to the believers to write down when they have any transactions between themselves. إِذَا تَدَايَنْتُمْ بِدَيْنٍ فَاكْتُبُوهُ. He said, if it happens that there is any transactions and you still have to pay some money and you became in debts to somebody, then write down what you are in, so that you don't forget. Because after a short time, people forget. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is setting a rule for our transactions as well. Allah is talking in the Holy Quran about everything. And when it comes to transactions and you are writing something or buying something from somebody, anything you buy, you write a paper between you and between the other part. And you have people to witness that you and the other part have 1, 2, 3 of transactions. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَاكْتُبُوهُ وَلْيَكْتُبْ بَيْنَكُمْ كَاتِبٌ بِالْعَدْلِ. He said, somebody who is specialized to write these kind of contracts, to write them for you. And no one from whomsoever Allah taught nobody from the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught will refuse to write for you. So we always make sure that we write whatsoever in between us, between the people. And the people whom Allah give education and knowledge of writing, no one will refuse to write for you. And Allah said, وَلَا يَأْبَ كَاتِبٌ أَن يَكْتُبَ كَمَا عَلَّمَهُ اللَّهُ فَلْيَكْتُبْ. Let him write. وَلْيُمْلِلِ الَّذِي عَلَيْهِ الْحَقِّ. Who will tell the writer to write? The person who is supposed to pay back. The person who is in debts. He's supposed to write, to tell the writer to write exactly what he will do and how he will pay. وَلْيَتَّقِ اللَّهَ رَبَّهُ. always remember this. In your transactions, in your writings, do not forget to fear Allah Azza wa Jal. Put exactly what you have to put. Do not say things that you cannot do in the future. Do not lie, because Allah is overall witnessing you and watching what you are doing. وَلَا يَبْخَسْ مِنْهُ شَيْئًا. And you must pay in full what you will have to pay. Yes. وَلَا يَبْخَسْ مِنْهُ شَيْئًا. And then Allah said, فَإِنْ كَانَ الَّذِي عَلَيْهِ الْحَقُّ سَفِيهًا أَوْ ضَعِيفًا. If the person who has to pay the debts, if he was weak or somebody who was not eligible to do that, then his wali, his supervisor, his father or his mother, somebody on authority or taking care of that person. فإن كان الذي عليه الحق سفيها أو ضعيفا أو لا يستطيع أن يمله فليملل وليه بالعدل. With justice, his supervisor will do. His authorized person will do that on his behalf. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to us. Then Allah said, وَاسْتَشْهِدُوا شَهِيدَيْنِ. Take two people to witness. Take two people to witness what you are doing. Two people, two men, shahidain, two men. And if they are not, if we didn't find two men, Allah said, we take two women and one man. Why two women? Allah said, because if one of them forgot, the other one will remind her. Because the women are not like men. In most cases, they cannot remember. After a long time, they will forget. That's why Allah said, take two women with one man. So here we know that the shahada of women in transactions is half of the shahada of the man. In this condition, two women. فإن لم يكونا رجلين فرجل وامرأتان ممن ترضون من الشهداء أن تضل إحداهما فتذكر إحداهما الأخرى. And shuhada, Allah said, when they are called to witness, nobody will refuse. Nobody will refuse to witness what he or she saw. They will right away do it. Why? Because shahada for Allah. Allah Azza wa Jal said that shahada is for Him, and the person must witness and say what he witnessed, what she witnessed. That's why Allah said subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَلَا تَسْأَمُوا أَن تَكْتُبُوهُ صَغِيرًا أَوْ كَبِيرًا. Do not say, no need to write, even though it's a little. Something small, you write it down. If there is something to be paid in the future, you write it down on a paper. Allah said that. Big or small, write it down. إِلَى أَجَلِهِ. To the time that is must be paid. To the time that is known. The person, he should pay. This is what Allah said. Allah said that. إِلَى أَجَلِهِ ذَلِكُمْ أَقْسَطُ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ. That is better in Allah's estimation to be just to one another. That is better to do. Allah said in His estimation Azza wa Jal, that's better. وَأَقْوَمُ لِلشَّهَادَةِ وَأَدْنَى أَلَّا تَرْتَابُ. Allah said, and that is will make you closer to the right thing. Inshallah, after the break, my dear brothers and sisters, I will continue with you. Please wait with me to continue this important command and order from Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Here I am, pleading at your door. Send me your mercy, send me your peace, or I am lost for sure.
Do your part, a slogan often heard but rarely implemented.
We need to make sure that we are from those people who are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to increase us in knowledge.
Doing our part for Islam needs both knowledge and actions.
You don't have to be able to present the whole of Islam, but at least you have to make sure that what you tell the people is what you know.
My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back again with this important call from Allah in this program, Hear and Obey. Are we going to hear and obey this command when Allah said that when you have transactions between yourselves, you write it down, and you have somebody who is a specialist in writing contracts or papers to write it for you, and we will have witnesses to witness what we did so that we don't have any problem in the future or any doubt about what and how much we should pay or we should be in debts with somebody. That's important. Allah said, ذَلِكُمْ أَقْسَطُ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ وَأَقْوَمُ لِلشَّهَادَةِ وَأَدْنَا أَلَّا تَرْتَابُ. Allah said that is more to be the justice that Allah wants from you, and it is better for witness, and so that you don't have any doubt about what you said before. If I have a business with you, and we sat down and we talked about it for 1 hour, are we able to remember what we said now after 1 year? Even after 1 month, we may forget exactly what we said and what we agreed upon. That's why we must write down whatsoever in between us. Many people have lots of troubles among themselves because of not writing. Somebody told me that he will do 1, 2, 3 for me, but we didn't write it down. And after a while, he said, no, I didn't. What can you do with that? Or he said, I forgot. It could be he forgot. It could be that I forgot. What did we agree upon? That's why it's better to write down what you are going to do and how you will pay back and how it should be the way of paying. My dear brothers, Allah said, وَلَا يُضَارَّ كَاتِبٌ وَلَا شَهِيدٌ. Allah said, and there is no any punishment or anything against the writer and the witness. I'm just a witness. You cannot do anything wrong for me because I witnessed 1, 2, 3. I am a writer. I'm a clerk writing for you your case. I am a lawyer. I am a person who is in my position. My job is to write. But the agreement is between you and between the other part. So you cannot have a problem with me. You cannot judge me. وَلَا يُضَارَّ كَاتِبٌ وَلَا شَهِيدٌ وَإِن تَفْعَلُوا فَإِنَّهُ فُسُوقٌ بِكُمْ. And if you did, you harm somebody who wrote, you harm somebody who witnessed, that is fisq. That's wrong, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. That's something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not like from you. And then Allah said in the end of this ayah something really important. Allah said, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهِ. Allah said, fear your Lord. Fear your Lord in what you do. Fear your Lord when you write down. Fear your Lord when you witness, to tell the truth as you witnessed. Fear your Lord when you tell the writer to write. You tell him exactly what should be. Fear your Lord. Don't do anything wrong to any person who's writing or any person who's witnessing. Fear your Lord, and Allah will teach you. وَيُعَلِّمُكُمُ اللَّهِ. If you fear Him Azza wa Jal, you are among the pious ones, the righteous ones. He subhanahu wa ta'ala will help you to learn and to gain knowledge. Wallahu bi kulli shay'in alim. And Allah knows everything subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah said then subhanahu wa ta'ala, a very important ayah connected with this one. Allah Azza wa Jal said, قال الله تعالى أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإن كنتم على سفر ولم تجدوا كاتبا فرهان مقبوضة فإن أمن بعضكم بعضا فليؤد الذي اؤتمن أمانته وليتق الله ربه ولا تكتموا الشهادة ومن يكتمها فإنه آثم قلبه والله بما تعملون عليم. Allah said this ayah after the ayah of Dain, ayatul Dain. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us in this verse, when you are a traveler, when you are in travel, in a journey, and you wanted to have any business with somebody, you wanted to have anything that you couldn't fulfill, He said subhanahu wa ta'ala to write it down and to give some of your wills to that person until you pay back. That's called rahm. فَرِهَانٌ مَقْبُوضًا. And when you pay the amana back, when you pay what you promised or what you have to pay, then everybody take the amana from the other person and let them fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We fear Allah Azza wa Jal in what we are doing in these transactions. And Allah said something important for anyone who witness. Allah said, وَلَا تَكْتُمُوا الشَّهَادَةِ. Don't hide what you witnessed before. If you testify something, if you witness a sale or a business between two people, if you witness the contract, then you have to tell exactly what you witnessed. And whomsoever will hide, then he has committed a great sin. His heart is full with sin. Allah will punish him or her if they did not say what they witnessed. And Allah knows all what we do, subhanahu wa ta'ala. This kind of transactions is important in all our a'mal. If you got a new job, you have a contract. If you sold a house, you have a contract. If you bought a car, you have a contract. If you open a company, you have papers of opening your company. If you have employees working for you as employer, then you write down exactly the conditions and the duties of each individual in your company. If you do that, then you are in safe side. You don't have to come to a point of doubt, a point of forgetting what you did last year. This paper that you write and signature of the seller, of the buyer, and the witness people will remain for years and years. That's why we are in need of writing down what we do, so we will not be responsible for what is happening in the future. You may write a contract today and sign it, and tomorrow you die. How about your inheritance? How they will know that you have money and you owe somebody some money, or somebody owes you some money? How your people will know? How I will know that I should pay the debts of some of my family members if I don't know? Then the people need to write down. And that's the best. And when you are called to write, you write. Because this is something that Allah loves you to do it. وَلَا يَأْبَ كَاتِبٌ أَن يَكْتُبَ كَمَا عَلَّمَهُ اللَّهُ. There is no a writer or somebody who's in position who will refuse to write down. Same thing with witness. وَلَا يَأْبَ الشُّهَدَاءُ إِذَا مَا دُعُوا. When you are called to witness, then you cannot refuse. Allah said, وَلَا يَأْبَ الشُّهَدَاءُ. And remember, nobody will be able to harm you, to put you in trouble because you just witnessed or you wrote something. No. وَلَا يُضَرَّ كَاتِبٌ وَلَا شَهِيدٌ. Allah said that no harm happens to any writer or witness. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us and make us among those who always remember these commands from Allah and that we fear Him Azza wa Jal. Allah always say in these verses, وَلْيَتَّقِ اللَّهَ رَبَّهِ in the first, and in the end, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهِ, and in the second ayah, وَلْيَتَّقِ اللَّهَ رَبَّهِ. If we fear Allah, we will obey Him. If we fear Allah, we'll do the contracts and we write down. If we fear Allah, we are not going to touch any person who witnessed or wrote for us. We will fear Allah and we will pay back the amana. Any money we owe to somebody, we will give it back to him. Our debts, we will pay them before we die. The debts of our fathers or our family members, after they die, we will pay them, because they will be punished if we don't pay the debts of any person. And Allah Azza wa Jal will ask us. My dear brothers and sisters, this is the end of this episode, and this command and this order of Allah to us believers to write what we do, to write any contract, to witness, to have witness, to accept to be witnesses, to write to the people if we can write. And Allah Azza wa Jal is giving us the ma'rifah, the knowledge to do things in our life, for our transactions, for our businesses, for our a'mal, for our sharaka, the companies, for our cooperation in any businesses. And Allah will ask us about any amana that we fulfilled or not. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us and save us from any problem that might happen in our businesses or in our a'mal, and to make us good writers and good witnesses who always witness with the truth. Until I see you next time, سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك في أمان الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Oh Lord, here I am, pleading at your door. Send me your mercy, send me your peace, or I am lost for sure. Oh Lord, here I am, yearning for your cure. This humble servant will be diverted from you no more, no more, no more. And so I was called to the places my Lord, the places my Lord has blessed for all. Joining the millions, that day I walked, for my eternal salvation I saw. And standing before Him with all I had, 2 empty hands and a humble man, I pledged my very life